Our ultra moisturizing, no poo in one condition with Shufa milk and quinoa provided.
That's what I have, because my hair is, I feel like it's thick. So the more moisture, the better.
For denser hair, it takes a lot for the moisture from the scalp to reach the end. So
Right.
the Decadence is good for you.
I like the having it here. I try to deep condition once a week.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And so we'll go ahead and get started back at the bowl.
Ooh, look at this. This is fancy. I like this.
Girls have a lot of hair, so we want to make it as comfortable for them
Yes.
as we can. Just put a little water on it.
Yes, to activate.
Yeah. And so we'll start with the Decadence No Poo.
Okay.
Sulfate, silicone, and paraben free, so you're not going to get a bubbly lather out of it.
Right.
So the scalp needs more cleansing than the actual hair.
Oh, it's in the scalp.
It's in the scalp.
Okay.
Yep. And just think about everything that comes to cleansing. You don't want to do that as often.
Okay.
You would probably cleanse maybe once a week, and then anytime in between time, if you feel like you have to completely submerge your hair in water, you would just use your conditioner.
Oh, just
Just the conditioner, and at that time you can scrub up against the scalp, you know, to remove any buildup, but you don't actually want to cleanse those oils every time.
Okay. So is that more like a co-wash?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The more educated you are on natural hair, the easier it becomes.
Absolutely.
Because I was not educated.
Absolutely.
You know, and
it's a little bit of science to it. Because natural hair, textured hair needs that moisture.
And now, do you kind of go off of hair types? Like, I know some people do, some people don't, like as far as like a 4C or, you know, that whole thing?
Not really. I really don't hair type. Here at Diva Curl, we actually do just the 3 hair types, being wavy, curly, and super curly.
Okay.
Someone as yourself will kind of be a mix in between.
Yeah, that's how I feel too, because I'm like, I feel like I have waves, and then there's certain parts that are curly. And
right.
That's why I'm like, I don't know how to deal.
And that's very common. That's very common to have more than one texture. Curl pattern on the head. But just think about it. Everybody's curly hair is different.
Right.
So even though you may feel like your pattern is similar to someone else's, the needs of your actual hair can be different than someone else's. The more hydrated the hair is, the less shrinkage you have.
Gotcha.
Because shrinkage is the hair naturally trying to get to where the oil is.
I just got, is it a Denman brush? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah, the Denman brush is awesome. It's not as much tension on the hair. You were using just like a wide tooth comb.
Right.
But all in all, we are going to detangle your hair with our hands.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
so I'm going to learn today.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. With the hands being the least amount of tension on the hair.
Okay.
Even less than a Denman brush. It keeps your curls very true to form. And it also helps you push the moisture from the conditioner into your, make sure you're not creating your own buildup, so you just kind of rub it off with the scalp a little bit.
Okay, so you rub it off?
We're going to use the Decadence 1 condition to do the finger detangling and the smoothing of your hair.
How many times out of the week would you say co-washing should be done?
It depends on personal preference a lot, because it depends on if you are satisfied with the look, or your day 3 look, your day 4 look.
Okay.
So you keep going. If you like how it looks by day 4, day 5, keep going. If not, then you just do it all over again and start with the fresh. Much hair, it's a lot easier to detangle in sections.
See, and I don't feel like it.
You don't feel like it?
Because I've never really detangled my hair with my hands.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
Okay.
And I'm always like, oh, it's too much. Like,
yeah. In the beginning, it is going to seem very tedious. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. Kind of separating the hair with my thumbs. I'm squeezing in the moisture of the conditioner, just squeezing it in between my hands. You can use a little water just to get a nice slip to it, but you eventually want to be able to get your fingers through just like this, all the way from the root to the end.
Gotcha.
So you just keep kind of separating the hair until you can get
Yeah, and that doesn't even hurt, and I'm like tender-headed.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
and I try to be very pull the hair from the root.
Uh-huh.
A lot of times it gets really compacted in the root. You want to kind of pull that out just a little bit because a lot of your length can be in that. So you want to go all the way through.
That's the key right there.
That's the key. Yeah.
A lot of length is up in there.
And you're just working with conditioner. The squeezing is putting the cuticle of your hair in the same direction.
Okay.
When your cuticle is in the same direction, that's how you get a smoother curl, more definition. All frizz is technically is the cuticle of your hair facing different directions.
So you said a styling cream and a humectant?
Yes. A humectant locks and seals in moisture.
Okay.
But
so is it lighter than the gel or?
It's lighter than the gel in the sense our gels, the Diva Curl gels are very light anyway, but even still the Believe In, which is the humectant, is lighter still than the gel, but it has a different job than a gel. Even though it's almost the same consistency, feels more like dishwashing liquid sort of.
Oh, okay.
But even though it's really similar in consistency, the job of the humectant is to lock in the moisture in your hair, and it has specific properties that keeps the curl clumped together. The more you have a clump in your curl, meaning grouped together, kind of similar to this, the less frizz you have and the more definition you have. And it's also a kind of a curl booster, so you'll notice that as I put it on the ends that are a little straighter, it's going to help bring definition to those. So since this does lock in moisture, we want to give it moisture to lock in. So we're going to use the cream, the styling cream.
Is that the coconut?
It's not the coconut one. This one's a little bit heavier than the coconut one. And so I'm just gonna kind of rake this on in sections too. My sections can be a lot chunkier this time, so we recommend that the system is done in the shower too, because you're constantly going to use the water. This is more of a wave, but it has a little bit of a curl towards the root. It's a little bit more of a curl, then it goes into a wave, and then it's a little bit of a curl at the end. Oil. Do you use oils on your hair?
Not anymore.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I think when I was here, Sergio told me to leave the coconut oil alone.
Or even if you do, just mix it with your products. Mix it with your conditioner while you're detangling, just a couple of drops if you feel like your hair needs that extra.
Well, I have the jojoba oil, and I just put that in like a spray bottle with the water, and like
do it like that.
Yeah, a few little drops, but that's about it. I mean, do you think I should be putting it in my scalp?
No, you don't have to put it on your scalp.
Oh, okay.
Unless it's really dry. If it's really dry, then you can put it on your. Just placing it.
Okay.
Yeah, placing it where you want it to dry. Because if you didn't use a diffuser after this, at this point, you would just air dry. I'm going to show you how to scrunch. And so when we scrunch, we're going to put a little texture into that part.
Okay.
But you see how I'm still squeezing this in between my fingers? You want it to ribbon up like that.
Okay.
You want it to ribbon up because when we scrunch, we're going to scrunch curl into that. When you use your microfiber towel, you're just going to tilt your head to the side. Grab this chunk right here, cup it, and bring it all the way to the root.
Love it. Thanks, Ashley. Y'all better come to Ashley. She will get you right and educate you all the way.
Natural hair.
Yes. But she does the other stuff too for y'all that's scared. I told my friend, I was like, the bigger the hair, the closer to God.
Yes,